So, weird question, is it just me? Would you like pick something up with your hand, like not the way you're supposed to grab something, like a cup, if you grab it from the top or whatever, do you ever like think to yourself, just don't drop this, and then you just drop it because you're thinking about it too hard?
Yes. And
I feel like such a dummy for doing that, and I did that this morning.
Well, whenever that happens, I immediately go, okay, obviously I gotta put this down because I have to shut this off in my brain because I know I'm going to drop this thing if I think about not dropping it. And you'd think it would be the opposite, because they say if you're driving on the road and you're like cautious and you're freaking out about getting in an accident, you're less likely to get in one. But for some reason about picking up items, it kind of goes the opposite direction. Right now, I'm not gonna think about this. Has ridges on it, otherwise I would feel nervous about this. But yes, actually I'm thinking about it, so I'm gonna put it down.
Anyway, we're gonna watch an episode now.
Yay!
So, here we go.
I think dark.
She'd be the best at ASMR.
Oh yeah.
Come on, Fluttershy. Cider season's about to start. Pretty much any cider season ever.
Cider, huh?
Pinkie Pie. She always ends up ahead of us in line, and then they always run out of... Looks like a few other ponies had the same idea. Gosh, Pinkie, I love your style. Who are all these ponies? Isn't this great? I couldn't sleep last night because I was so excited about cider season, and I had this brilliant idea to come down here and camp out. So I told a few others about it, and they all thought it was a great idea too. And now it's just a big old cider party! Oh gosh, that's a lot of ponies. Hope you don't run out before you get any.
Where'd the tents go?
That's true.
Isn't this exciting, Spike? Opening day of cider season. Yeah, that means it's only 30 more days till sapphire season. Cider season is now officially open!
I love cider though.
There used to be an orchard by my hometown.
Really?
Yeah.
And apple cider is just so heavenly.
But she never gets any. And Pinkie Pie always buys like...
That's it for today.
Well, give her money back then.
Surprise, surprise! You ran out again!
Yeah, you always run out!
Why can't you make enough cider for all of us? Or at least for me? But Apple Family cider is made with love and integrity. And only the highest quality apples in Equestria. Sorry, but that recipe takes time. We'll have plenty more tomorrow. She's great, you know.
It's not like they would have to wait forever. Just
yeah, that's not so bad. My cousins once ran a festival of sorts in their woods. And of course they did not charge for alcohol. They charged for other things because that would be illegal. They didn't have a liquor license or anything.
Ponies with thirsty throats, dry tongues, and not a drop of cider to be found. Maybe they're not aware that there's really no need for this teary despair.
They're fun.
Underneath the salted sad cider shortage, you and I will share. Well, you've got opportunity in this very community.
Are they going to be competitors? They're fantastic.
these are some of my favorites.
This is reminding me of the founder, the McDonald's movie. One's about love and family, the other one's about efficiency.
You fellas hold it, you rent and oversold it. I guarantee that what you have there won't compare. For the very most important ingredient can't be added or non-expedient, and it's quality brings and lingers quality and care.
Well, Granny, I'm glad you brought that up, my dearest. I'm glad you brought that up. So we are very picky when it comes to cider, if you'll kindly try a cup. You so you smell this great machine. It's just the very best.
No way, no how that machine matches up with the cater we put in our cider. We've always made cider the same way.
Yep. Well, sweeten the deal. You supply the apples. We supply the super speedy cider squeezy 6,000. Then we split those sweet, sweet profits 75, 25.
Damn! Hold on. Who gets the 75?
Why, us, naturally. And we'll throw in the magic to power the machine for free.
How about
Our
40-60?
business afloat through the winter. We lose sweet
How
apple
about
apples.
50-50 if at all?
So, what will it be?
Can't keep up the orchard like that.
That's true. It is their,
You refuse our generous
it's their
offer,
goods.
then we'll just have to be
You wouldn't dare.
Oh no, don't you worry, everybody. There'll be plenty of cider for all of you. Once we drive Sweet Apple Acres out of business.
When they threatened to run us out of business.
That's it. Last cup. All for peace. Come back tomorrow, everybody.
Second time, guys.
Problem here. Oh my, out of cider again? Who'd like a cup?
You can't sell that cider.
No, got a license.
Play from Apple Family Apple.
Is this some kind of cruel joke?
Don't worry, everybody. There are plenty of apples in Equestria.
We'll make more cider than you could ever imagine. Now, it ain't about the speed, Union. It's about quality. Who cares how good the cider is if I never get to drink it?
I mean, that's fair.
Look at these poor, dissatisfied ponies.
Our cider speaks for itself.
Let's put it to the test.
Anywhere, anytime.
She's a big talker.
With our machine, we can make enough cider in 1 hour to satisfy this entire town.
We'll do it in 45 minutes.
Oh no.
Whoever produces the most barrels in 1 hour wins the exclusive right to sell cider in Ponyville.
And I will repeat you. I don't get a home to see you bamboozlers around here again.
I don't have enough confidence in the masses to make the right choice in this.
Don't worry, Applejack. I know you'll win tomorrow.
We better. Because if we don't, we're going to lose our farm.
Otherwise, more mom and pops wouldn't have to compete with like McDonald's, for example.
Yeah.
Such a good idea.
I love competitions too, so this is great. No. I don't think they're going to beat them. And I'm very nervous. And it seems even more messed up that they're allowed to use their apples. They Yeah.
gave them such an advantage and they have everything working against them other than quality.
We're falling behind.
Oh my god, go, go, go.
Good.
Why are, if I was Applejack's friends, I'd be like, what can we do to help? Come on, there you go, Twilight, step up.
Ms. Mayor, are honorary family members allowed to help in the competition?
Yeah, good.
Not sure.
Flim, Flam, would you object to honorary family members helping?
Are you kidding? We don't care. The whole kingdom cares about him. It's a lost cause.
I guess it's okay. Applejack, what do you think?
I think I'd love to have the rest of my family.
Bring it on!
All right.
All right,
Let's go, girls.
especially Rainbow Dash, just like zoom, zoom, zoom.
Take our friend's farm. Yeah! Over here, Applejack! Don't miss them! Right behind you, big pie! Lovely. Horrid. Horrid.
That makes perfect sense. Horrid. Lovely, horrid.
Based on these figures, we're making 5 barrels for every 3 of theirs.
Yes.
Keep it up, everybody! We're back in this!
Come on, brother. We gotta pick up the pace. Right. Double the power.
That's gonna be a mistake.
Do you guys remember that spell where Twilight just like took all of the apples of one orchard at once? I should use that now.
We gotta find something.
This is like the shampoo conditioner idea. It's like some things, too much all at once is just not good.
Well done, Flam. We're in all activity.
Because all they had to do was make a whole bunch more. And they're like, why don't you just use more product?
Grinding. We don't have time for quality control if we want to win this thing! Applejack, help me!
There's no point in winning if we cheat.
We'll just have to work harder.
That's true.
Come on, everybody. All right then.
Go, 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 go. I don't know how big Matt's keeping up with you, but hey.
Time's up! Flim and Flam, win!
Yeah, but let's taste their cider.
We lost?
Aw, too bad, Apples. Guess you'll just have to find a new line of work. It doesn't match your names quite so perfectly. Now, should we tear down all these tacky old buildings and put up new ones, brother? I don't see why not, brother. After all, this isn't Sweet Apple Acres anymore. How about Flim flam feel.
I impress you with a jerk science.
No, Rainbow Dash. A deal's a deal.
Ah,
Cider business in Ponyville is yours. Come on, Apples. Let's go pack up our things.
Fear not, every pony. There's more than enough cider to go around.
This is where they lose. People just need to taste
Go
it.
ahead, every pony.
Drink up, Ponyville. Down the hatch.
Hey, can I get this taste off my tongue?
It's got rocks in it.
I would pay 1 cent for this drink. You wouldn't pay even 1 cent?
No.
How about 2 cups for 1 cent?
No.
2 bits for the barrel?
No.
It looks like we've encountered a slight problem here in
Should have
Ponyville.
served the ones on the bottom, boys.
Right.
Let's go, Sam.
So they won the competition, but doesn't matter because they didn't win the orchard.
Didn't win the hearts of the people.
No.
That means Sweet Apple Acres is still in business.
Once we can have high quality apple family cider.
Because of this silly competition, we've made enough of our cider for the whole town.
Finally!
I am all for mom and pop businesses and their
I wanted to share my thoughts.
when it's food and stuff. It's like it tends to be just so awesome.
I was right all along.
I
Your time, right? Your work will speak for itself. Sure, I could tell you I learned something about how my friends are always there to help me, and I can count on them no matter what. Truth is, I knew that already too.
And that's perfectly fine. My cousins and us, we assisted in it, used to host these little events. It was an excuse to party, but also we wanted to grow and turn it into something, and it was called Honk Fest, which is a weird name for
Beep beep.
Beep beep, that's right, yeah. And you know, we made t-shirts and we put out posters and flyers and all this other stuff for it and everything. The 3rd year we did it, we only did it for 3 years because the 3rd was such a disaster. Overall, I think I'm a conglomeration of parts of all of these ponies, and I'm sure you feel the same way. But this episode also reminded me of how much I have in common with Applejack again. Most of the time, again, I'm always like, oh yeah, Twilight, that's me, 100%. But not. Because sometimes Applejack will do something. I'm like, this is me. And in this episode, Applejack's like, no, we're not going to lower our standards. We're not going to give them subpar. We're not going to cheat. Applejack's an honest, noble person. And so that is what she stands by. And that's how I feel about everything myself. So I was like really relating to her in this episode. I was like, good for her. Stand your ground, even if it means you're probably gonna lose.
Yep. What this episode reminds me of, back in my hometown, there is the Great American Donut Shop. And it is a donut shop and it makes donuts, and it is right beside my old college campus, and it's so tasty, so good. They're always making fresh donuts, open 24/7.
Yeah.
And so they opened up down the street, and our donut shop put Krispy Kreme out of business. Because
that's
it was that
amazing.
good. So Krispy Kreme didn't like go out of business, but they moved their shop to the other side of town because they realized they're not going to get any sales next to this other donut shop because it was that good.
That never happens, and that is an awesome story.
It's so wonderful. Gad's was great. It's still great. It's still open as far as I know. So.
I remember there was this really great place in my hometown called the Sweet Shop.
The Sweet Shop.
And they had like things that were way, I'm not trying to say that anything's too good for my hometown, but this was like something that it was on a level of decadence that my town was just like, they were good with like those crappy cheap dollar pies that are, you know, like that's decadence at the time where I was from. So this place had like ganache based cakes and stuff, and I was like, this is awesome.
Bougie.
Yeah. And this woman came in from New York, and she really like had some really good, it was like panini and all this other stuff that my town was not used to. It was so good. And then Dairy Queen opens up, and Dairy Queen somehow drove this company out of business. Yeah. So my story was not so good, but yours is good. And that is so great to hear that. Heck yeah, good for your town in supporting them, especially during this time.
Shops, yeah.
I love mom and pop shops. They're more special. You get something different there that you don't get at other places. And the quality tends to be so much higher and fresher and
fresher, so much fresher. Oh gosh, if I could eat, I don't know, I want it now. I'm just gonna go fly back to Kentucky just to get this now. Oh, it's so good.
If I'm in Kentucky, I will
bring you some if they stayed fresh that long, but they're
right.
so good.
I will break my diet just to try them. I will do that if I'm in your town, for sure.
You should.
If they're taken out of the big franchises, that's awesome. That means it's some good stuff. But anyways, yeah, also obviously this reminded me of Oak Glen, which is in this area in the mountains, because they have like fall trees and it's an apple orchard and stuff. But we should go sometime because it's awesome.
Yes, we will.
And I love apple cider.
And then we can share our experience on that too.
Yes.
But in the meantime, thanks for fanning out with us.
Fans out!
If you guys liked that episode, make sure you tap that like button, smack that subscribe button, or ring that bell for notifications. Or, better yet, you can even go to Patreon right here, and then you can even see more of our content.
Or click that link there.
That link right there.